Kofi B open asem sa animo ye de wa o ka kire ni se wonyema wa na
yo bafo ana bono hini de na me fan bono hini dedi kan no me fa enchama otifo
okay
na minya invitation say me ba be dwumadi wa he na asase mi nse mu ye twi sa o
ye twi pa
enti e kan no na me say asase also da bi asase pa
okay
na minim
okay
na me ba mo hu say mu bo adwuma pa me fa konya wi so abo mabaso pa me say ma ba pen ba me ba no me ba
BBC for no
abofo okay ba mo kambo for say na ya mo ono so no ye adwuma BBC no bofo no papa bi enye bofo
enye DB
na Kofi B and cre na meka say boni meka say na your mutual friends
okay
enti abra obo sa de dwom no bantama
Kwesi Boakye no
me nso me bantama ni yo me bantama ho na me nyini ya kopim say we university a me kwa abuchi
okay
enti tama nenyo no bae no Kwesi Boakye bantama Kwesi Boakye no bia de linkeme ade o papa na me papa nso de Kwesi Boakye
o papa wo
okay friend Benjamin Kwesi Boakye iti na obi kasa ade e o papa na ba na enye me papa enti abra me contest MP no for the eco bantama no e na wo ye say enwom no eni me din na ma fon so friend bantama Asenso Boakye eni me din no ese enti no obey remix
e di ama
me through mutual friend back former member of parliament enti oye we ti nyum no nyum ye me de ena sata na me ko launch me campaign obantama no so ko ye program bi wo say western central region aba enti no ba one me be ko kuma senior ko launch campaign 107.3 asase ade be chi ama ya ko beti say okoye program wo central region akaba bi
wow
yeah was
ade be chi am ko launch campaign no
yeah na ko bank na on makokuma se no it was very devastating for me now in papa na nyum so say de wonyim no na edeyi nti ya me fa ne currency
right you ready come about deal that the lumba so free moment me say ono so obi a wo ka or soft spot for MPP
yeah
na you are we na and then now what the kai the lumba na fi ending come
that the lumba ade am dey kind the first time that I got minya personal touch with him me Nana Akufo-Addo that time now your opposition leader I'm say yeah lumba maybe we surgery so an spinal surgery that time I'm saying what central here chio baby nti ekohwe no me Nana Akufo-Addo ne honorable Kokofu former Bantama MP ene mpanifo bi ne ekohwe no efiri ono obeye madamfo ama na abra no bran nyina na yetimi kasa eche no na say no ho mfa no papa nti tama be hunu bia no na hu se no ho nya den se de etie no ene se be week or so ago it is as some bonny say enne enno anadwuna na Akufo-Addo no wotukwan obedun Ghana
okay
nti awie ena minimi colleagues the former appointees of the Akufo-Addo's government no yekuja no ema ne kochia abusia em say obi adi adanse say for contemporary high life day and they call if you're not president no bobo high life won't pay for you minti da kra inti no me metimi aka contemporary high life that's what I'm familiar with say any fee dey me nyini say Ghana will be abonyom consistently a hit in that dilumba. Now for bia obia kanasem. And say in shape you say na Prince King Charles. Now he did me Juma DKC bi Buckingham Palace. Say nyum kra no obo no ho.
Yeah.
A chair say we a global figure. Na bon so de onim no. Ewu de sana yakopon asese no penfo se obretwa ewu enyina bedumre bi no ehu ye bi de hia ne se wo asase so a bedi djuma na ede enkoso ede mpuntuo abramansa bedi djuma a ede nipa beka nipa bom na etimi aboa ma nipa abrabo atumpon.
Okay. Right. Meda say yebekọ na fe ya hwe substantive issue da bama so but nyame ya domo da wo chena o meye vigil ama dead lumba deal e wo Black Star Square me ba sisi ya me ba e be di nkomo akraba nya akwa bro no mama me nkona me ne Honorable Francis Asenso Boakye ni nkomo afi no abeke ho ahye no so ma me say hana Ghana ti ha na say uti. Honorable, once again good evening.
Good evening, Ibrahim.
Baby aboko dia
Adom
yedi kan Ghana edase MPP edase what pay with dues or Ghana what pay with dues in MPP and ade amani jo ho no say obi wo hokra na yekeka kwan asemi yankotifie or the brackets or then they don't dey kuro ho no madam mfa ho because abana co-opposition but there be still MPP eda wakoma so and inti anadwi ye no ewo ha ye bedi nkomo afa nsem a Honorable Kwame Agoja wode tu dwa Rose Minister ensem okeka kan ye say MPP aba betina konya so kwan ye amu claim sem aye mo nye and was say waye inspection tour akoko mia bebre 1000 kilometers road kra no ohun say motimi atwa de kan bantima te say constituency te say
bantima de mi ni se boni bia o.
Okay.
Me say bantima constituency no me di ni pa say de me se me ni omudi ye no. Me back on your first time I maybe contest no. Both me nyaye na percentage wise no na obi antimi nya bisa obantima. And I even national no doing MPP no obi antimi nya bisa. I got 89%.
Wow.
Of the votes.
Secret then.
Well, I think say I'm probably the only person who was born and raised and also hail from the constituency.
Okay.
And you know, that personal connection is there. Exactly. And answer crana maybe soon the SMB MP no beko hono na ma charge so so two anamon bebre e ma omunya gidi omu say nyame adom na so momam sa akonya na metimi aye adwuma no nse no boy na ye kowie na me say siki re-election no na obianu senke betimi anya abro since akra de nya the previous year no and so akoba na sa and so that notwithstanding they still remain the highest in MPP, the higher percentage of votes. The whole Ghana wow. MPP 85%. And you know say last election there 65 and obi antiase I feel na still you're trying to come to terms with it. But still no me busa percentage ya minya and I'm say obi na otiminya bisa I think the closest was 79% by another yeah enti no omni me edini enti no boni bi ani ho
right
boni bi ani ho mpuntu na na iguso edeko
in opposition still utimi development
kakra sene anything opposition MPD na so onye hwe no so ye no ma
and is for opposition almost
and right cry no hospital bi French Intruso Hospital one of the very important health facilities in Kumasi, constituency, but there's several other constituencies and even beyond Ashanti region. And I say, enrich, I think Monday, come on, hospital beds, mattress,
wow.
And the monitors, and if you chase, I say, say, no, here pa. Into you want there, but the first is 20 year in Yacheswa.
Right, life in opposition, send a tweet too.
I have some time now. I'm able to provide some oversight. I can say
responsibilities.
Me personal businesses be now first. No me nyakwan intimi from a ninko home itimi ye. And my meeting so a common constituency near my fuku dinkuta home. And my me so me spending more time with my family. First no more home be bresa and then mano
answer because school
exactly first so the 90s and it we fie answer no mother first no obe sorry no na okosku na wa da na sorry because we ban anajopa inti no personally no ama me time kakra ama me timinya medjuma so parliament sin first no.
Right. I say after me yen konsem ne ni nkomo ye be party nkomo kakra nse na mamo wako but yen ko ensem mu ankasa. As former road minister, what is road minister edia tudwa say akwanya hodo a MPP aban betina konwa so mu claim so maye no entisa no no aye inspection tour o makwa probo akohwe akwan bi nom 1000 kilometers kranya de say o mahu bi no yedi kan ete wo sen epemo eye wo sen.
Yo, I think say as a man fu hu say opanyina we road minister sisia no o obi a minim de pa me no in the core university na ye nyina the same hall of residence Independence Hall and I the same faculty which is now the College of it's architecture and planning as and built environment, which is Faculty of Architecture and Planning. Now you be a professionally no or any juma kama. Now, unfortunately, no about politics now. I'm saying now politics no any demo. So parliament kasa na so tiusu kasa na oma politics no. It didn't know too much. No na na no. Now so ask me okay, this is not the first time or kasa. Or you maybe say in fact okay maybe flower pot interchange ni ye bia no e dan na no papa no tro to say project no unim say we start project there are something we call variations. It means vary.
Yeah,
so I say into we tro to say you start project na the figure ni say and say we na the figure no say a brosa no umpini say corruption bi. And so no nimpa the entire course because project in start here no the scope no exercise my increase no it's my cost no cost no but knowing very well say sanity no or true BB for Ghanaians to think say the MPP are corrupt the idea politics don't know e biom oba vetting appoint no bad vetting and then the first time I can say rules na is here no enye no kre intino ema me ko parliament abra na ye confirm the nomination of parliament na I spoke in support of him no me cheche mu what the 13,624 kilometers na ye no the various components they tie me cheche mu
right me patron
bia
for the sake of our listeners intino saying susu bio kilometers na saying
okay I'll records what Ministry of Roads and Highways. And I think it's important that I underscore the fact say data na what ministry hono a politician be an
okay
politician be no will generate data
artificial
and yet bibia we have a very competent directorate if you know monitoring and evaluation directorate or more offices or region bia nti contract be sign you start work na o me na call every day call site you go make sure say bia o contract no bia is happening on site jumedi o me di bia o me na be record waba nti information o me be no accurate, nobody can dispute that. And information o me dey buy at the end of 2024 December 2024 na a juma road projects and I say road interventions na Akufo-Addo aban aye no na e cover 13,624 kilometers for 8 years na Akufo-Addo ba be adwuma no.
Okay.
Na when no ma sa de compare say abra na President Mills ni President Mahama war for 8 years no. Omomo road project road interventions omo ye no e 4,636 kilometers. Let's just say the Akufo-Addo year over 3 times more than the previous any Mahama first government no ebe year. Na sa record we no we ni beka say unprecedented. E bin si Ghana da. Na the tea ban sign say na Akufo-Addo. Who say Oyobia unimde. Na he's read a lot and traveled far. Oh, we are saying. Into unim nyuma ye aban so ye. Ema impuntu oba. We can talk about the education, but that's one of his firm belief. So maybe a bit tumpo a solid education and a dedicated population.
Yeah.
And it's now yes, again a second do no or the better educating of. We can go into that if time but he also believes say answer na maybe a because no. I just say road infrastructure no, you elevating no.
Okay.
In America, the entire America too pompa and say at a point in their life, no, in 1960s, 70s, no. I mean, say all the states, no, they are going to build highways, dual carriage highways to connect all the American states. I mean, yes, I know the return on investment per $1 no was $6. 600% on investment into the road. Which say when you put in place good road infrastructure, it drives economic growth.
You can rake in revenue from it.
Exactly.
Okay.
That is the belief. Man, Nana Akufo-Addo. Yes, any what the Ghana Sikano ebe share road construction. Into we even at a period we had what we called year of roads. So unprecedented investment, unprecedented outcomes in the form of road interventions up to 13,624 kilometers.
Right.
Now,
me too.
And this is for no, it that achievement, it unsettles them.
Okay.
I'm
trying to say that.
And they know said to be very difficult, maybe very difficult
for them to achieve
that. And you know, one strategy they are using is to water it down. Say omo betu futuro ni futuro gu Ghana for ni say e wenye no kre ya anya bibia sa enti enano nkwade yi omo koye accountability han wo Jubilee House na panyin road minister sakuru repeat the same thing o say obey minister no akọ Ghana nyina Rose say ya ye no wa hu enano pa na me say okay road project baako a opanyin no fa so tem bia o kono constituency whole main road dualization e come Facebook and then me to one upon pictures and beautiful project the bia opanyin no o kono kroma adakulu ofra kra o fa so
aban na MPP aban complete here.
MPP aban actual construction started in 2017.
Okay.
Year you be complete.
First
the bia enum crown was won. Until now we say a deliberate attempt to throw dust in the minds of the Ghanaian. And you know, me so no ministry no man kochewo. Obi we say injury time minister me call no na it was a first quarter first quarter me got to us no me sua no kakra free ho no ma ye nyina me nua panyina na se mofa no abo ma kwata me pa odi nyina na hihia na oda to nyina no ekọ to us.
Okay.
Ama ye time no so no ye bi ka ho ama it me achieve this unprecedented enti abroad cast bim no and me dana me need for kasai na me ka say I don't know yes sir when we say data we say okoto the nika kra ni say okọ ministry ho no why reshuffle.
Okay.
We're changing crofobia ho but the only director one changing is the director of monitoring and evaluation. Okay. The person who compiled this data no ono kwa no answer no let's say wo DJ no ewo ne mu na one timi an question no he cannot question him anyway because when he said this is the true data but oba publica and oba kind for because they know that our record of unprecedented achievement in the road sector no on settle mo into 10 bia no mpese omo water down interventions ayaye no obia of course you know very well say we am build the road over bia
yeah
you know very well tama ye buy no MPP are buy no na researcher ministry na ye say network size Ghana road network size no as at 2017 no na 78,402 kilometers 78,402 kilometers as at the year 2022
Odom ba cho me ba fa manusi ye se ne be ya efiefo no beti ase ye pa no wo ka sa 78,402 kilometers no na wo pa kire sen wo ka se mo heritage sa 78,402 no so wo kire ase to the ordinary Ghanaian, to the lay person on the street
network ya ye ho adwuma wo Ghana ha no ye beto ye
akwan okay
ye beto ye MPP for beto ye no
okay
na ye 70,402
okay
by 2022 no na ye bia ka ho am na grow abesi 94,203 na the word na ye atwaso no reporter ministry for no mi be free omo kan say omo provisional data say by end of 2024 no na increase yako 130,000 kilometers.
Wow.
This is unprecedented. It means Ghana had that. And this is not a data Asenso Boakye. This is not a data Amakwata ye. Nye data Akufo-Addo ye. Engineers data or mere civil servants. Technocrats ministry. Now there bakwa so far yana hame Ghana journalists for no say. Omo politicians nkwane kasa. They don't let the civil servants speak. And I say experts speak. Inti kame Abuja be kan we na ka Asenso Boakye so be kan different thing. Na ko makofa expert bia we ye adwuma wo ministry order we nim emu no so abe e fe no fact check.
But yes and this ya by omo mpam nipa no. Obeka no klase be yinadi.
Well, not necessarily someone who is at post.
Okay.
So if you are retired, if you also are a consultant to the do all the any kumbukuno cry. And go for and then mobile or you will be ready and then Matthias Ghana Maritime Authority. People who have worked there for the last 15 years. You made and Castle Sam and the Kennedy and one who cry in an hour.
Right, remember say you touch a handful of rosa akwanya hodoa say data no ha
the individual rows
kakra bi handful of rosa by the by or touch because was won bi and probably bia na Ghana ni bi ti obeka say okay bia akwan no e wo he but say ni ha we can find an appropriate time say
the same oh of course one can have be
okay
say the Botema road you say off soda
for Botema road so
bia ka ho asem ba ko bia me commission e wo say Techimentia Bichem Kusi Akomadan first class road. Flower pot interchange. You saw it. Tema interchange. Tema roundabout interchange. Phase 1, phase 2. You saw it. Ubechebi interchange. Phase 1, phase 2. NDC 4x for 8 years. No more year 5 interchanges. Then Akufo-Addo. 9.
Wow.
And no crown. Now we are about 7. Now and also under various stages of completion. You come Takra there. If you be PTC, Kwame Nkrumah circle or Takra there interchange. It's over 80% complete. Na the entire entire we answer if you no. When death exchange program nearby no. Emma above 4 na edu omo kan nyina no. Omo every drum almost can the construction. It's one of the projects affecting. And so no, and crime can want some parliament Wednesday no, because as the road minister no, na me finance minister agree. Said by the end of 2024, let's say about $4 can Maya, you bet budget for the current year. Okay. Yeah, you saw a bicycle they are complete. I asked a question. Oh, Parliament. I mean, Busa road minister and say, "At the end, moment me alpha, almost so-called big push, you know. Moment me alpha pushy PTC and then Nungwa the answer and so Akahono. They should have used the big push to complete that. And so no, because the MPP project is starting. When you say Omuria Serbia song, be a kufuado an MPP in the Beji home and Munya. Enti roads need I have all the data, but the single you need it. My meter assessor can but for every region, I can tell you the number of kilometers we worked on.
So quickly, send a bear for the benefit of the doubt. Make an NDC if we say presidents or monitor because when say Hana Ghana tie. Mamu region no any kilometers I would
want. Oh yeah. All right. I've
yeah, Brema party. Yanko mantam. But before. Okay, Yanko, where ready? Yanko.
So at the regional level, for instance, Central Region, by 9DC4, I had 397 kilometers.
Okay.
There's a Nekufuado about 1,008 kilometers.
Wow. Central Region,
that is a 154% increase from what the NDC did and what the MPP did in 8-year period, the same period. Ashanti region is even higher. The Bayano, 9 years, 781 kilometers. The Nekufuado year, 2,126. That is 172 kilometers. Percent increase. That is unprecedented. About BNY in Ashanti region, why roads, a chain and Nekufuado. Not even half. And it goes through across the regions. In Western region, we did 34% more than what they did. In Bono region, we did 228% more. 155 kilometers. No? By 509 kilometers. The same as if I say Bono East. You know, almost a report on the by just 1,000%, 1,079%. Our Bunu East. I have 134% more than what NDC did. Everywhere, region by region. Let me pull Greater Accra. Say no, Honey one. Greater Accra. They did 665 kilometers. MPP did 2,055 kilometers.
No.
And because of that,
data we a war, roads and highway.
I'm documenting. And I'm here. I'm documenting.
And depend on person king.
And he knows that we're handing over no sir. Technocrats no a tray. He knows that. And they admire our record.
Okay.
And they want to do something to match our record. And that is why they have brought this so-called big push. And the big push, big push. And Wednesday, we can have some more parliament.
Okay.
We can have some more parliament. Say the big so-called big push, I've studied it carefully as a former minister. And I've realized that it's neither big nor balanced. Not strategic.
The big push.
It's not big.
And yet strategic.
It's not balanced. It's not strategic.
Why do you say that?
Okay. I've already medical catch you say road construction and a travel economic development. So if you want to use Ghana's oil to go into road construction, what you have to do is to make sure that yes, or you say Obama build the rosa connect the economic centers. in Nana Akufo-Addo's second NPP's government, next government, no, between myself as road minister and the Ministry of Finance, no, what we had agreed on was to do what we call economic roads.
Economic roads.
Economic roads.
Yeah, economic roads now, Patrick, and why economic roads?
There are some roads, sir. We are a beboa mana drive economic development. Na omana enyesika. Omana enyesika. Na yedi aye other roads. In economics, no, there is something we call propelling sectors. Okay. The propelling sectors in here, where we invest here. Capital expenditure. Okay. Not necessarily capital expenditure. For instance, in a sector like tourism, okay, if you go to countries like Morocco, countries like Cape Verde, sika free tourism, and no rules, only big infrastructure, a driver economic development. And to know who sika free tourism. Why don't we invest? Knowing very well that say the returns no the same as roads. So when him say this particular road, you see America say Kumasi, Accra, you can talk about it. The expressway on you can talk about it. But I've always maintained say if we had spent money to construct the Accra Kumasi road, the dual carriage Accra Kumasi road na e can emphasize Ghana ebenyano nka ebe bebre ama yetimi grow economy no ama yenyeska. Until we are going to do what we call economic roads. Quickly complete the Accra Kumasi. We do Accra Cape Coast to Takrade to Kumasi, Kumasi to Tamale to Boga Paka and to Wa. So we yes our roads we open up the economy. People can move everywhere. Traders can move. When you produce goods, you can send it anywhere. That is what we are talking about. Now we are big pushy. Projects in big pushing. What you say is targeting certain regions.
Yeah, big pushing.
Big pushing.
Right.
What they targeting some regions be obviously neglecting Greater Accra region and Ashanti region. Okay,
big push so be ya kwan no.
Oh,
and Krampupini mantam ni Asante mantam de.
Mention because Honorable Abujabaye no Obaye one of his first statements or corner of Kokan say MPP for the Greater Accra kwan ye rules. Ashanti region kwan ye rules. The Busa say e di 18 rules to serve people to connect economic centers so that you can move goods and services from one place to the other. Ghana's economy, the population Greater Accra and Ashanti region account for over 35% of the votes of the population. And these two regions, and the economic heartbeat of our country. And so if you are bringing a road development program, you call it big push, and you want to use emotions, say in the past in the high roads were let's just say you don't know what you are doing.
So Asantefo no say big push yeah touch on roads Asantefo no we deny
yeah, and his point is also was stop we use in the parliament as well can say stop rural urban migration. Into your roads no year. Your roads no but a cry your roads there. We call it agricultural rules and our farm rules and our feeder rules. Yeah. But you don't build asphalt. Baby, you mentioned say of course, you say road but your type of road sometimes you cry no call. I've been to a farm in America near Chicago. Road no na yentaso. But the drubio so many daso. It's not tired. Go tell you so. So now a friend of agricultural road, a friend of farm road, or a feeder road.
Yeah.
That is what your person NPP by na person dey sa drip machines no say the bear obi akwakote no buy bia no betimi dey back town very fast. So what you say now also we could build the asphalt in the small towns to stop a year if I say yeah and I can't be down with me grab bank and tell me what exactly cause I'm with me easy so it's it's targeting it's not targeting the economic centers and it's not a good thing. It's not strategic. That's what I'm saying. It's not strategic. The toss me the program also so neglect certain key roles are now your crowd are starting.
Okay.
For instance, now you're starting a Kwabiwo, Ashanti region, if you know Kokobin and New Kanta. Udu Kumasi and Soposo called Boasia. It's one of the busiest roads. We had the more commencement on my age, man. Big program, big push program nearby, no, or may year through.
Kokobin and New Kanta.
Solar wa,
but maybe young Conan Kakra na Ghana for just MPP by Sa Kokobin and Riasin Quanta and Riasin Quanta road, na stage being MPP fruits na a do stage.
Oh, I think they have done about 10% because it since November Muno.
Na most
and I started
10% no journey
I think it's even more, maybe 20%. I can provide the figure.
Okay. I feel
Solar wa.
Okay.
I signed the contract for Solar wa. And so my year from CC. It's a very important road. I tell you Bukwada so. I Kwame down so. Contractor was on site. Emma the MP no. My brother Chumesi. You can know the difference. According to one so I can be crying man away because time my road no go cast on the color bay. And
na contractor also
that
a year free
contractor also
and come big push in home
and come big push in home so I said they it's not part of their financing plan. Now what is even more worrying is that since President Kufuor's time there has been a strategic plan by Ministry of Roads and Highways, particularly Ghana Highways Authority. To dualize certain strategic roads in the country by starting from Accra to Kumasi, which is the road with the busiest traffic in Ghana. President Kufuor started from Circle, Achimota, from Achimota to Ofanko, President Kufuor from Nsawam to Apegwa, President Kufuor from bypass free in Sawam Road no. So and the bypass I can watch. There's also another bypass free in Koko main road no. Then you know President Kufuor
okay.
What the view say nka next government in the bar not go beto aso. And President Kufuor aban free so. And Ghana for the command NDC. And omo they did not add a single kilometer of road on the corridor. Did the house say person and buy? And here say we will continue with that plan. And see make say ye kwane free Osino, ye free Enyinem, ye free Enyiresi, ye free Konongo. These are the Bonibeka say the choking points, the urbanized sections of the corridor. Uduwa inipa bebre ho ye di jo ho ntino traffic na we could that corner here no say o kosa na studies have shown say it will complete say a year a very reduce traffic by about 3 hours. I came from Kumasi on Tuesday. Yeah, we drew Konongo with the traffic in bay 2 hours. Konongo drew hono. So me about 3 kilometers being column. Let me the traffic for 2 hours. Meanwhile, there's a project going on. Traffic now after Atukurechi. Sa dualization and bypasses. Mahama say on to Asubiu. The physical progress rate of these range from 54%, 58% to 100%. There's one that is 100% complete. Mahama say on here. Now he's now going to build what he calls an expressway, 6 lanes, Accra to Kumasi. It's investment I way no. Ayo. Meanwhile, say you bypasses here is left with just 94 kilometers. You 94 kilometers now. There's a dual carriage road from Accra to Kumasi. You don't want to complete, finish this plan. You want to start because he knows to say.
Maybe when he plan that will hold that no or besisa no cry.
Besisa no.
I start 10 for.
Now when you ade oko Kumasi to. O ka kire Ashanti region for say. Obesta expressway no. Na ebe start next year. Na obe wie project no. Asa no fra banso. What it means is he's going to use less than 3 years
to complete
to
execute
that project. I stand here today.
No, continue.
Me a former minister for Works and Housing and Infrastructure Ministry. Me a former minister for Roads and Highways. I'm also a trained planner. Nothing serious went into that announcement by the president. For me, it's just a political path.
107.3.
Because
now you just be about talk.
Exactly. It be about talk. And a lot of Rebecca says sales talk and carry. Because Wednesday, and Abuja is supposed to the president. Was it project no? A fake crown or mobile high consultant. I'm gonna be feasibility studies. Now, when you feasibility study, how do you determine say project exactly? Because you feasibility study now, and now the soil test. Oh yes, soil test. Now the capacity of the soil. If you crown now, could do baby, so breaky rock and send what you have to us. There is no design. There is no environmental impact assessment. And you go through procurement processes to hire, first of all, a consultant and secondly, a contractor. That process can take a year. So on what basis did President Mahama make that announcement to say the project will start next year and it will be completed by the time he leaves office? It's propaganda. They just want to undermine the road project to Kumasi the same way that they did when they were in the office for 8 years. Hadrin. The choir move from the money fast no. Hadrin. That's somebody omakoma and emotions. I just cannot understand why the president and his government and the minister wants to abandon an existing project that is more than halfway through.
Number saying stage, completion stage. Number saying
because it bypasses no. The physical progress no, it ranges from 58% to 100%.
Okay.
And skaka kremi say omudi shem yewie. Na ewie e hono nko na e be reduce traffic by 3 hours. Then we do the next day Kumasi okwa. It's like 8 hours. Yeah. Now you be the 94 now yen dualizing yen no and 2 hours to Kumasi. You can get there. 2 hours, 2.5. You can get there.
From trying to Kumasi.
Yes, you can get there. But also Omobe expressway. Now says cannot cast or be expressway no. It can do dual carriage to Accra from Accra to Kumasi. It can do dual carriage from Accra to Cape Coast.
No, but you need for
now at me another one cry maybe a Eastern Corridor cry the best me that twice so I'm so it's a bit me I other important project a person will use or this kind of cost what's abandoning jettisoning an existing project. I say this kaka be the same one and to perform the same duty functions.
As a former Roads Minister, I then the Baba be decide they say Akwanya ye baby a ye dri ye de kakra bi ka ho a ye be wie kwan yi no be decide say there be me ko start bi fufuro kra na aban na ofra kunwa so de no mabo to
politics politics cause women say we say project na the MPP for next start here ye na be ji ho animunyam it was say no now on why abro politics politics. Politics.
We have a long way to go.
We have a long way. Omo ankoto aba ma Dr. Bawumia ama ya MPP antena so amia nyi juma pa no. Omo di Ghana for abro. Bebre ka. Nkofobia na mo constituency ye to oba no no be ye kwakoto omo ni ba ho no na
ye be di fie nkomo pa akwan wodo a MPP aban betena konwa so aban no ye nwre ye di nkomo no was 13,624 kilometers eno ani akwan ya asa December 2024 na MPP aban aye ehin na yenye sika free ya akwan because man who say abay we decide this pension for or musika and or de be akwan e wo kroma.
Oh,
your take on it.
Say yeah aban no. You get free gold, you get free oil, you get free cocoa. This kind na ba. That's what you have the and a revenue. You know, you have a consolidated fund from the revenue. And foreign receipts, exports, the other banner. And one need to be education, and one need to be all government expenditure. Yeah, decided say, apart from education, this can be shame. We are also prioritizing expenditure or spending into road infrastructure. It's but it's just a matter of priority. Remember earlier on, I said you'll be a friend of propelling sector. If you invest in that sector, you get more returns. Then you make money. Because, for instance, cocoa. If you invest in cocoa, it means the cocoa cocoa rows. Cocoa rows means that cocoa communities no rows. Exactly. So when I talk about economic rules, these are the kind of rules I'm talking about. It has direct bearing on productive sectors. Other sectors. We prioritize road construction, road development. Yes.
Right. I feel no back here. Shannon's mom is part 107.3. Honorable Francis Asenso Boakye and Kennedy Agyapong, former Minister of Roads and Highways. One concern about acquire sa Pukiase eko nsawom suhum kwan na MPP aban brebe na aban no MPP aban na we na dwen se obetumi awie sa kwan so far mudru he na mujan se because Timon and this aban by or mum person beto aso and they say they are amana kese contractors or my free side.
It's part of the dualization project. It's part of it. In that session, there's no road in Ghana traffic wasa kwanso. The essence and aban decide say because the traffic was in yin beam na casa apply the communities around omo lane nko na dey echo straight to Nsawam to Kumase to omo direct free access enti the my company the friend of Maripoma, one of the best local contractors on also na tema motorway expansion project. Now there are different sources of funding. You got some funds from Afrism. You're using government of Ghana also, and also a loan facility be from to also support. Now, you say COVID-19 far is also be brave. Na ebasa no. Wa onim say maybe cry twam. Na school kra ne enko. Ejuma kra ne enko. Asori kra ne enko. Nti ma world economy no ebafo.
Yeah.
The sense no omo ani ye use omo sika external credit ani e woni nyina no mo jai sika no demand some of omo withdraw sika no kopim say world economy no e be stable and on ma many of these projects no quite kakra but even with that no of anko na government of Ghana e man support kakra until they be no site
yeah
kopim say free so when yesika ama up to now enra honorable Abuja say oma manisika enra na
kasa na
Wednesday no was say oma manisika obo sika bi say 300 million so money for of ankots na me can be say almost share that say omuntu a contractors cantem it was a strategy almost say so omuma contractors car e bi e de kwa akofa ne omafra bochire kwa akofa machines ne ade into no there will be a pressure on the dollar. So they've been doing various artificial things to keep the city to bring the city down. It's one of their fears. They say mutu ya contractors car kwa problem na ba na finance minister he be so twen no be reading the media review no which in his own calculations no by that time no na pressure be my into wait me because inflation cry say they say I feel say omo accumulative 4 billion
nti aban interest into no timamufo suffer
and you must suffer pa. Can you imagine say from January to like I say from December cry to August year room into contractors.
Wow.
Do you know the rippling effect? It's serious.
Right,
but they did that deliberately.
Ordinary Ghanaian will feel maybe say na sika wo ha contractors no ye betimi dey twi omoka from
sika no
generate
sika no but omo so muntu
abroni
because omo feel say omo it will put pressure on the dollar and the CD dynamics no ama currency no akosoro
ndi
because no omo the two omo say omo na aye ama dollar no aba form CD ni kosoro nti nuntra
because me tin crofo bi one say sabe ensatia na nyepe nyam crofo nyina na etimi dwene mano da sumina so ekwachiri MPP aban ko na wa ma contractors nyina free kwan ne so se na be ya NDC aban ho be ye tan na mbeka sa aban yi ba yi kro ntimi ntu aso
no your contract na contractor dey wo be do control no
okay
no contractors cry there nanka aban abafofo no omo nyina they all move towards there because contractors omo ne current government ye adwuma cause na otua de ka
yeah
and the MPP ni ntimi ko kan and as MPP party ni ntimi kan contractor be say adwuma we will not even listen to you contractors omo no they work with the ruling government because omo ye adwuma ma the country na aban tu omo ka but NDC for decided omo ntu omo ka deliberate the money was there.
Right after transition, Rose Minister ba ye no, what we no watena say pen edin komo say we transition nkrata mu di je kire e wo ministry ho no esi nchen a say bia menu Asenso Boakye wona na ye Rose Minister e na wokọ me na maba e ba to adwuma mu ye ne koduru he de ne de he na mu ye sa ankomudi ni bi akoso na
Debbie.
Wow.
Except that I'm a member of the Roads and Transport Committee. Nti na saying na omo pese road to omo de ban. No mo here committee na adwene ho. Nti no mo share ma me e kan me views chill. But just on that particular subject matter, and it was in the name of the committee.
But Juma why you be the one was supervise one monitor you miss out
oh, and
the secret they are not ready to listen to you.
There's too much partisanship in our body politics. Yeah, I say that because if this road minister is a friend, it's my colleague, my schoolmate, university mate, colleague. You know, it would have been even easier to do that, but yes, sir, it's all because of partisanship.
But do you feel bad, say, as a former minister? Na obi beto wo adwuma so na wudim because if you hold a hoping and ye kafi ho asemo a de obewura wo na betima briefing ni pan se fia wo komi ABCD na asat now wontimi no wontena ase mbisa obibia.
Well, I'm available if he finds it useful necessary to seek my view or experience on something, I'll be more than happy because I do so with the understanding that I am doing for the country.
But do you feel bad?
No, I don't feel bad. I don't feel because it's not duty bound to do that. But there are some I know who have done that. Yeah, who have done that. Oh, this we work on be with my friends. Oh, this, you know. Send it here now.
Project by road project by na.
But there's when I was the housing minister.
No, country.
No, housing ministry. The housing minister. He's called me a couple of times to ask me about projects. And the entity person
and this is
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the housing minister.
The Rose Minister,
Baby.
Project Ben and a dawa kuma sopa say main Rose Minister. Say a coin we yetimi wie AMPP aban timi wie nkame da masumbe tome pa and afufi anto ata to me friend MPP sir.
And Kumasi Accra dualization, Accra Kumasi dualization. 107.3 Damakuma sopa. Not because I'm from Kumasi. Not because I use that road all the time, but because of its economic importance to the development of our country. Who just needs little resources and little effort to get it completed. No, politics no more.
Right, Meda say bibi ani akwan no ho a ye ni party nkomo 2 minutes enye party nte from akwan sem ye from but if you fie
sanity
what by say ye di efie enkomo so kakra na ye hwede e wo fie so far I believe say what me ya dream say MPP believe in reflecting, rebuilding to recapture. Killing process no so far it will say as former minister and an MP.
Bonohine, abre koto abaya, you didn't go. Enipa no bebre abamabu. Eyomoya. If you say bebre ni say abane bo adwuma pa, no montia say eden aban timi ye adwuma say, especially the president. Na itimi akwa koto abana ye lusu say. It bebre dia bobo. Near the day. Now, some of the can say losing an election is part of the political process. The whole world, parties, especially parties are almost 8 terms, no more year. In America, so far, many feel it's only President Reagan. And I'll hand over the vice president. Yeah. Don't do it is an yeah. What I say. But we know you say a Juma, you bet me na twas. Until say a election is a loose one. Yadie. But in idea be a case busy da. The amount for enyabutre. Na enome be a fee say. Yeah be a anku no. When the forces say, nantine say, hintina, and out here. What's the answer?
Yeah.
The business and any atnas, you call back to the drawing board. Then say, we say, you be an ace and say, you talk to the people who voted, the people who didn't come to vote. We are still in the process of doing that. Let me just say, yes, our process when we are. Let's say, who and no be our missteps. Steps be a year, let's say, correctina. Couple would abandon by no more year. Enko ye. And all one all come aduna near betcho. When the poor domo who cry all come member say, hey. One can be all true, but I'm saying we are not so more who a shank of whom.
Yeah.
So where are by? Are we proud of this kind of administration, this kind of leadership? So when to me, freedom of expression. Some 40 years ago, a breaking silence. Am Ghana for nya annoy the Kasam? And then walk over to radios, let's all come Wasimana. Yeah, I bet you. It's not good. So I was expecting opinion say, oh no, why your politics are check. Think to me normal way happen. Look at this NDC4 who are hard my office no they course. Look at Yablekuma. Crime is going on without impunity. It's like a failed state. When they decided to right from even campaign time, say Chief Justice I'm sorry, not true to their words. Chief Justice. Now, more finding bibia Eddie Pamono. Is it good? Is it fair? It's not good. I was expecting Senka, baby Eddie Ghana be drew. I Ghana for tomorrow. Come with me at Nasi. No let me take Ghana to the next level, so that it will benefit the ordinary Ghanaian. Not to come and settle personal scores. So say why do you say attorney about for the day by inti who cases be a person be prosecuting no e be on prema on the person into person we in free na ko for be or buy or kan ana and then know this so that is not good. Yeah,
right. But yeah, if you are some kakrebi me person how because I know who you are. Yanka hit a free Kennedy camp Bawumia camp you be then amma then you see a party ni na ajubrete me ba. Sorry.
Me PhD projects no na say open details no all the projects I nya or the na send me.
Okay.
Because me ba no say me say so no team na. Oni nyina they send me Into no we are meet me abubacho.
Okay, ya mo bokra ne hia. Na yeah expose omo na we
greater
handful, yeah.
Upgrading of pram enyam roads. No nkwana say 10 kilometers. Upgrading of surface dressing on internal roads within Ajungano township. Surface dressing on internal roads within the Ajungano junction near Hilton View Hotel. You know, upgrading of lot 3. It was 10 kilometers. How was it there? Wale, and also Gambaga Nampaduri Road, Dabuya Maguri, Eastern Corridor Roads, lot 6.
Okay. I wish Yabeje Monday at Nasia Rose
from Uti to Greater Accra.
Okay.
I had missed the list now. Okay.
And don't worry, young party as na yanko. Yabeje listen na fi ya twaso. So then the Bema Sundiaba, Kennedy Bawumia. Do you think that at 1st January 2026 early elections, presidential primaries, any bit mama jubre abana?
I can't be because many people independent be brief say the yen in tema na kasa be brave no switcha. And as we in terms so elections, they some elections, but even at their constituency level, crown, for the dome one term na their day. You need some time for healing. Until I'm before the car say in terms, some of us, if you say, ne kwaswano. Na mimi, who say, normally, no more leaders, no. Ya na. Omo enyom na problem omo mo di echi no ene ya na coffee friend for na ade because me say Kennedy any Bawumia hia na so wo kasa di nkomo a e dey na wo di echi so wo kon to kwa nti omo na ide afutu omo say omo nya asa ade na we are looking for somebody me no when I'm going to vote I will look at the dynamics. So what you say
but for now wouldn't favorite we are.
Oh, I'm almost concluded who I believe can win for us.
Your best take it here, why?
Oh, open say we had them come. Now to say what they deal to.
Brand
so guy open tissue.
Brand
who want to come your tissue now?
Bra, where you feel, bra?
But I have no doubt in my mind two about for phone. I mean, you lose relation for phone. Now my journey, you know, my class I've looked at all the candidates, and I have come to firm conclusion. Almost 95%. It's not even 100%. 95%. I've come to firm conclusion. Say there's a particular candidate who beat me abua. Am I me a winning?
Is it yeah? Twice one is some.
I'm saying so petition. 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 No director. No chat. Petition so on pay me cry. No, we shall to pay.
Also boombe. Petition.
Petition on pay mo. Until no open. Now, I'm not giving you indication of who you. I'm saying that open to lotto numbers. I'm not going to